Sorry, boys and girls. There we go. Hello. Somebody's joined us. Looks like, sorry about that, boys and girls. There you go. That's what happens when you're trying to do it from home. Okay, so hello, good evening. Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can. Ever so sorry about that. Hey, thank you for letting me know. Right, so good evening. Hello, good evening, welcome, as somebody famously said. So here I am, Lee Romang, in my garage, trying to do a Facebook Live and something to keep people entertained this evening. Hello, Lauren, how are we doing? A few friends joining us. God dear, I'm going to be in trouble now. So I'm here for you guys, okay? So this is all about you. Obviously, this is difficult times. Nobody knows what the hell's going on, really. We're all stuck at home and we're all trying to do our bit. So this is something for you guys. Whatever you want to know about, need help with, want me to show you, we're going to do a Q&A, so keep popping them questions up and I will try and answer as much as I can, show stuff. You know, this is for you. I'm not doing this as a promotion for Delkim. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm doing something purely to help you. Okay, it's not about selling anything anymore. It's about just filling the time, helping people out, getting ready for when fishing comes back round again, which it will, and we get through this. You know, there's people out there with, you know, doing a fantastic job in this country, dealing with what is happening and what's going to get worse. So, you know, bit of fishing and doing this is just minor compared to that, but let's try and keep it light. If you want to ask me a question, I'll help you as much as I can. You want to see some content, you know, I will go through things as much as I can as well. As I said before when you couldn't hear me, but if you are sitting there and you know, you've got nothing much else to do, download our app. Get that in your phone, okay? Because everybody that downloads the app gets the chance to enter and win a prize of a full set of txi-ds with receiver, with nightlight indication sets, with hangers and everything else. If you just join us, hello, good evening to you if you just join us. So there is, you know, download our app. It is a big thing. It helps you use our products. It's not selling you anything. It is a helpful app that is giving you all the information how to use our products and get the best out of everything and to help you. And you've got a chance of winning a prize worth over £780. Okay, that's something for you. That will be drawn week commencing April the 6th, so that's still going to happen. When we can send it out, God only knows, but you know, that's what's going to happen. So we are all here. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the app. I was showing people. So here we go. That's our app. If you haven't seen it already and you haven't downloaded it, it's got quick guides. So these are for you to be able to use the txi-d and the RxD. It's a quick reference guide for the functions. It is pretty simple and straightforward, but they're there for you so you don't have to root through the instructions. And you've got video guides, so we've added the EVD on there now, so you've got little bite-sized videos. If I can make that scroll up, there we go. So everything's on there as a quick reference guide for you. If you just join us, hello, welcome. Facebook Live, we're going to go probably till about 5:45, something like that, till I get hungry. If you hear a little girl screaming at the door, that's my daughter trying to get in. She doesn't like it if daddy's not with her, so bear with me on that as well. Okay, so loads of stuff on here. You can find your nearest retailer. Okay, so it will come up on there as well. You know, retailers are still open, but I would have thought that's not going to happen for much longer, but we are supporting our retailers through all of this. It's one big family. You know, fishing will continue. We've got to make sure that your local retailer is still there at the end of this, because without them, you know, it makes it really difficult. They're the local ones, you know, when you can just drop into a shop round the corner and get the bits you need, that's what you need. You don't want to be, always buying it online and waiting for it to come in the post. I know it's easy, but there's nothing like, oh, I've got to go fishing. Oh, I want to drop in and go and get something. If they're not there and they're not supported, then that really changes the dynamic of the industry. So, local shops is great. Okay, so if you just join us, hi, Lee Ramang here, hello. Just going through a few things. So anyway, app, instructions, all on there. Okay, so everything's on there. It's got repairs and returns and spares, okay, in our shop. Unfortunately, all those are now closed. Bit of housekeeping, we've shut down, so it's all suspended. Returns is suspended. We got sent out as many as we can back end of last week, but anything that comes in now is just going to be sat in the office. If you sent something in, then it will be check your tracking information from your courier. We'll look after it until we can get up and running again. Again, no spares will be going out, no shop orders going out, so everything is suspended. But one of the things you can do is, if you bought some product, which you might have done, might not be for much longer, but you might have not filled it out yet, is your extended warranty. So hello everybody, if you're joining us, hello. So if you just, so it's our extended warranty. So fill your details out on here, okay? Get an extra year's warranty. So you get 2 years as standard, and you get an extra year for free just by filling out the form, okay? So all you have to do is put your details in there, okay? So you put your name, your email, where you come from. You upload your proof of purchase, which is not a picture of your product. Thank you very much, all those people that have sent in nice pictures of their products. But a proof of purchase is ideally a receipt, okay? Some kind of receipt showing where you bought it from, and that's what I need to see, okay? I get nice pictures of all sorts, and little fishing scenes, fantastic. But it's not a proof of purchase, okay guys? So proof of purchase in there, you upload it, JPEG, take it with your phone, you put your make, or you put your model I should say, and the barcode, okay? Right, barcode. The barcode, let me show you, is 7-digit number. That's, can you see that? Let's get that a bit closer. Not easy when doing it in reverse. There you go. So 7-digit number that's in the battery compartment. That's the barcode, or it's on the bottom of the box. Okay. Some shops stick their own label over the top. Okay, we get some weird and wonderful numbers, but it's a 7-digit number that we've put on there. It's on the bottom of the box, or it's in the battery compartment. It's the same. Okay. So you've got to have that in there. You add your products, you submit the form, and then you'll get a reply saying thank you very much. Okay. And then you've got 3 years warranty. So it's easy as that. So it's very simple. So this app is great. If you just joined us, who's joining us? Let's have a little scroll down. Lots of people. Hello Tommy, how you doing? So a few people that we know, and we get those. I will go through these questions. Go through them. We're going to do a nice Q&A. I will go through things quickly as I can, and we'll go through some Q&As. What we got now? Let's have a quick look while we're on here. So Robert Batters. So is there any way of turning off the power flash on the receiver every 10 to 15 seconds? Okay, so I'm not sure why it would be flashing every 10 seconds, but the powered indicator on the receiver RXD flashes every 2 minutes. So just to show you that it's on. Okay. You can switch that on or off. If it annoys you, you can switch it on or off. The very first ones we made, that function wasn't there, but we made a slight improvement, just added it in there so you can switch it. So if you've got one of the first ones we made back, June, July, August, then that's not doable. But if you want to, you can send your receiver back to us. Not today, but in the fullness of time, and we will update that for free, and it will just have that switchable, so you can turn that power and indicator off if you don't like it. Okay, so that's for anyone and everyone. It's always free. Okay, so it's a little update if you need it. So no problem there. There you go, Matt Gay. I think I answered your question. So it will flash the last alarm that was activated. So if nothing's activated, it will start with the white. Okay. What else we got there? Bought my first Delkims this week, Tobias. Okay, good for you. Thank you very much. When does the competition end for downloading the app? Okay, so the competition, that runs until the midnight 5th of April. Okay, so still loads of time. If you haven't downloaded the app, you really should. It's a great thing to have if you just joined us. Hello, just talking about the competition for our app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, gives you the ability to win over £780. We all need a little bit of cheering up at the moment. So there's a great prize there for people, and that's still going to run. So yeah, that's going to end midnight 5th of April, and then we'll draw the winner and announce it sometime during that week. That who's won, and then at some time in the future you'll get your prize. But you can't use it yet anyway. So we shall see what happens, won't we? Let's have a look. Who's this? James Mitchell. Is it true if you charge your phone near the receiver, it will cause permanent damage to the signal electronics within the receiver? Absolute nonsense. So there's no permanent damage caused by anything. All the best practice is always keep the receiver at least half a metre away from any electrical equipment or power packs, because they emit electromagnetic waves, radiation, and it's radio, so it all interacts. So yeah, just keep things just away slightly. It's not going to cause any permanent damage. Radio's radio, but yeah, so don't sit your receivers on top of power packs. That's not recommended. Just half a metre away, no problem. Whereas you might find that it drains your battery because it thinks it's got a signal and it hasn't. Hello, hi, evening Lee. Hello. Oh, yeah. Can I use blue slim lights with the purple txi-d? Probably not. Don't recommend mixing your colours, just because each alarm is driven at a different voltage. To match the brightnesses across the range, we have to drive different LEDs at different voltages. So if you start mixing and matching your colours, you might plug one in where it's been driven more than it wants to, so it's got more voltage going through it than it needs, and it could potentially cause damage. If you want to do it, it's up to you, but it's not recommended, so it could damage. Okay, so that's what could happen. So if you just join us, hello, we're doing a bit of a Q&A. I thought I'd just jump into it while we're here, and I'm here for, well, up to about 6 o'clock, maybe a bit less if people get bored and I get hungry. But we'll see what we're doing. So, is there any way I can set up my standard plus with a remote system? Well, in all honesty, we don't make anything for those older ones anymore. We used to do a plug-in transmitter, so it's got 3.5mm socket. So that's James Hopper. So you can plug in our old transmitter, and then you'd need a receiver to go with that. So that would have been an RX Plus or a RX Plus Pro. There are people who do aftermarket products to plug in there. Again, you would, there's cheaper options, and we do ones you might pick up second hand, people selling on, so that's entirely up to you, but it doesn't have a radio, so you've got to plug something in the bottom. Okay, what we got here? Team Castmaster Tadjel, hello everyone, keep safe. Yes, we've all got to keep safe, that's for sure. We're all stuck indoors. That's why I'm doing this in the makeshift garage. I'll get better at this. By the time I come out of it, I'm going to be a real expert. This will all be decked out, and I'll be like a Steven Spielberg movie. But hello from Belgium, Robin Petermans. I love Delkims. I've had mine for 5 years now. These are the same settings. They sound very different between the Delkims. Is this normal or just age? What's that? Same settings. Okay, so if you've got the older sort, then it's a rotary control. It's an analog system, so you're going to have to set it by ear. You can't just turn it to exactly the same number and expect it to be exactly the same tone, because there's component variation. There'll be speaker tolerances and all sorts going on. The speaker might be slightly different, the tone control slightly different, so you just got to set it by ear. If it's dramatically different, then there might be something wrong with it, and we can have a look at it for you, but it might need a bit up or a bit down to get it to match. Okay, hope that answers that one. Is there any way I could get a single snag ear replacement? I've damaged one of them and I need a full. Yep, so Chat Barber, yes, We sell them separately, the uprights. There we go. So you need to check which one it is, whether it's number 1 or number 2. So it's left and right. I don't know why we didn't call them left and right. We call them number 1, number 2. Might need to change that. Only just something a bit silly, but there we go. Check it's number 1 or number 2 that you've lost, and they're on our shop when it comes back up live, £5 each. Okay, so that's, you can get replacements for those. How come you just stopped the TXI accessories dead? Understandably, new alarms are out, but people with TXI not true. So who's that? Carl Smith. Not true. We still do the snag ears and we still do the D-loks for all our old ones, and all our visual indication systems work with the plus range and with the new range. So everything is still there for you to use. I don't know exactly what you haven't got that you need. Maybe you can tell me as I scroll down what it is that you've got, but we didn't stop everything dead. We kept it going. There's thousands of people with Delkim alarms out there, so why would we stop? You know, it's, everybody's, you know, wants bits and pieces, so that's it. So we do still sell it. So it's the original version for the plus range and the old original TXI, and you know, the first range that we did, and it's the V2 versions for our new range. So the digital range, so you need the V2 version for the EVD and the txi-d, and the original ones for the older alarms. Okay, hope that answers that one. If you just joined us, hello, welcome. I'm here chatting away, answering some questions. If you need anything demonstrating, I can do that rather than just look at me telling you stuff. You know, just ask me what you would like to know. If there's anything you need explanation on, I've got the ability to show you guys stuff, how to do certain settings. I'm here to help you. I'm not selling you anything, not pushing anything. I'm waiting for you to tell me what you want me to do, and I will do it as best I can. Okay, if you haven't downloaded our app, I will tell you that though, because that is for you. Okay, we've done that. This is for information and help, to help all our customers, the Delkim family. Okay, we are helping everyone. Okay, download our app, enter the competition, give yourself a chance of winning a massive prize, 780 quid's worth of alarms. So txi-ds, RXD, hangers, accessories in a black box. Big chance for you to win that just for downloading the app, which is really useful for you anyway. Fill out your details and you get the ability to be entered into that prize that will run until April the 5th, midnight April the 5th. Okay, what else have we got? John Finch, hello John from Bankside, thank you for that, those kind words. What if you already filled out the warranty? Do you need to fill it out again? Martin Brandon, not sure why you need to fill it again. If you've had a reply saying it's been accepted, then that's done. Okay, so you don't need to do it again as long as you've done it correctly. If we've sent you one saying fill it out, you know, something wasn't right, then you need to fill it out again. What else have we got down here? Martin Batters, yeah, I've got one of the first ones. Yeah, just send it back, Martin. Robert Batters, just send it back, mate. txi-ds are the best alarms I've ever owned. The new app is also a great idea. Okay, Dan, thank you very much. We try our best to make the best, but yeah, definitely the app. The app is useful to everybody. And the adults, yeah, that's got there. Thank you. Will you be doing any more updates? Will you be going on any more updates on the new txi-ds? No, there's no updates. That is it. So those alarms, we don't tend to update our products. You know, specific. Well, we might bring out a new one every 15 years. Okay. Yeah, nothing at the moment. We're going to just sit. Well, obviously, we're all just sitting. But here we go. How long does the battery last? Did you hear the low battery warning? Depends whether it's a Tesco's battery or a Duracell. I think this is Aaron Jones. You've got the battery fail warning. Okay, so once it does battery fail, which is a continual burr, 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 time to chuck it out because it can't work anymore. The low battery, well, you know, it's going to last you your session, I would imagine, unless you're there for weeks. So yeah, it's telling you or it's got low, it's dropped below 5 volts at some point, and it's gone back up again. Our products work to very low voltage. Our battery life is second to none. Always use Duracells. We find that they're the best because they recover. So they kick in when you have everything going off, and then they go back and they're okay. But yeah, if they're low battery warning, you might get the rest of your session out of it. But yeah, I'll be changing it. You don't want to compromise your fishing, do you? Best thing. So hello, if you're just joining us, a few people coming and going. We're just having a little chat here, doing a Q&A. I've jumped into that. I've got bits here if you want me to demonstrate stuff to you. I'm sat in my garage, chatting away to you. Let's see. What else we got on here? So people coming in. Oh, also txi-ds. Also no problem with braided line. No, Cliff Tophoven. Braid, not a problem with our products. Never has been. Braid, and especially because you can turn the response sensitivity right down. So braid, you can really get the best out of it. Loads of people use braid with our products for not just for carp, for pike as well, other big specimen fish, and you can really get the benefit of that vibration. So that's really helpful. So yeah, not a problem. Never going to cut through that sensor. Just doesn't happen. Okay. Where we got any more questions? Chris Swart, is it normal for the RxD dial to be stiff? My txi-d ones are fine. No, they should all be the same. Okay, so if you've got a slightly stiff dial, you might want to you could just flick it out slightly with a craft knife, seeing as you're all the way in South Africa, and just see whether that frees it up. I would imagine that's probably might just be pushed in a bit too much, and it's just binding a little bit. You can just release it slightly. Just be careful. Just release it slightly, and you should be all right. How are you? Are you planning to give distribution to Turkey, Istanbul? Okay. Don't know. No, I haven't had much call for it, I have to say, in Turkey. I don't know. I'm sure there's fishing everywhere. Who knows? This world get fishing over everywhere you go. So I don't know. Yeah, something. If you want to contact us, then we'll see. Not much we can do at the moment, though, is there? But when things get up and running, if somebody wants to sell our products in Turkey, of course, we'll have a look at that for you. When will a hard case come out for the txi-d range? When will a hard case? So Tom Cobden, well, they come with a hard case, so I'm not quite sure what you mean. If you mean the storage case, which is that one, well, we already do that, and it's universal. So I think I've shown this before. Oh, it's going. I don't know. Better to do it that way. So if you put them in, they'll be a bit loose without the hard case on, but if you put them in with the hard cases on, they fit pretty well because they're similar to the old ones. So it's a universal black box. It does fit nicely with the covers on. So yeah, we've got those. Those. What's that? Robert Batters is back on the night mode setting of the new d-loks. Is there any way of making the night light brighter like the old ones? No. We deliberately, or we did turn down the brightness slightly because we always felt the old ones were too bright. We're not trying to light the swim. It's just trying to act like a beat light would be. With our unique night markings, something nobody else has got the way that we do it. So no, it's not changeable, I'm afraid. But it was bright enough, but take on board that you might think it needs to be made a bit brighter. So maybe something to look at in the future, but it's not changeable. Okay, so what we got here? Have you considered doing an alarm with, say, a camo case for different colour cases, wrapped or otherwise? No, sorry, Steve Sinclair. We just make black ones. If you want to tie it up, make it different colours. That's it. Unfortunately, there's just not enough days in the week to be doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's aftermarket people do things like that for you. You know, but we just make products. We don't make specials. We just do the main thing. Okay. Sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear. I'm very sorry. What we got? Well, that's come out. Yeah, that box. Just it's a universal. Thank you, Tom Cobden. What's this one? I missed him. I get spare screws for the battery cases that go on my snag ears. Okay, Dave. All our spares are free from our website, or they were. You know, we're in shutdown at the moment, so nothing's happening. It's just a case of going on our spares system once it's back up and running and going from there. Okay, so can't do much on that. Lots of questions coming in. What's this? Long time user receiver. Receiver only works if on 5. If I put it on 6, it doesn't register my alarms. Need some more information there. It only works on if it's on 5. What's on 5? Volume. So if the volume stops, when you put it on 6, it might be that pot's damage, needs to come back and have a look at it. Okay. If you've just joined us, hello, it's me chatting nonsense in a garage about product and helping you and giving advice and answering questions as much as I can. If you are here, a little reminder, don't forget to download our app, because everything you need, you can sit there and look at it and go through this while you've got some time on your hands, and you've got the chance to win a massive prize, £780 worth. So 3 blue txi-Ds, a receiver, hangers, accessories, black box, you know, d-loks and safeties are all in there. All you got to do is download the app and you get that chance to win, and the prize is going to be drawn week commencing the 6th of April. So you've still got loads of time to download the app. It's a great app, getting really good feedback from people who are saying they're really finding it useful. It's got quick guides, video guides, instructions. Download it. Why not? You've got a chance for winning, getting something for free, which you don't get very often in this world, do you? Am I correct in saying that the new txi-D alarms are the same settings out of the box? John Penny, right, okay. Shall we do a little demonstration? Well, I'll come back to you guys. There's lots of comments coming up. I'm going to try and go through, but I'll give you a quick demo of that if I can, rather than just sit here talking nonsense for a bit. So I'm going to set this up on here, turn this on. Okay, and I'll try and spin this round so you can see a little bit of what's going on. Okay, so I've got a little setup here just in case I needed to do something. Let's just check that's all working. Okay, so John Penny, you've asked, is it set out the box? Okay, so you're talking about beep speed. So one of the things that's different about the txi-D from the old one is that it has an extra function called beep speed. And yes, out the box, it's the default setting is level 4, which is exactly the same as your old txi-Ds or the standard, or that's exactly the same. Okay, so you can just turn it on, use it, and it will be exactly the same. And you set this is the response, the sensitivity that you want, the same as you would on your old TXIs. The only difference with the newer ones is that it's all on one control, so there's no switch, so you can just go from low to high. Okay. While you're talking about, or what you mentioned, beep speed. Excuse me, very sorry. We do get quite a few questions about beep speed. Okay, so the best thing is always get it out the box or have it on level 4, which is the same as your txi-Ds. Set the response how you want before you do anything else. Okay, so the response is the response to the line movement. Okay, so the higher the response, the more sensitive it is. So I'm just tapping that there. Okay, so we've all had that where you get a little knock, you go leaping out your bivvy, it's hit the warble, and you jump out and nothing's happened. Okay, so the purpose of the beep speed setting was to try and get more out of the vibration, so people can use higher levels of response and it to make use of this of the vibration, so it gives you more idea what's going on. If you just join us, hello, welcome. I'm just giving a little demonstration on beep speed at the moment. Somebody's just asked a question about beep speed, so just going through that. So out the box, as I said, it's level 4. Okay, so that's set to maximum. Okay, and very, very lively. Okay, now the idea is that you want to be able to tell the difference between a little knock and a run. Okay, and when you've got it up high, that's not necessarily very easy with our older system. Okay, it just goes mental. So I'm just going to move it. I've got the rod the wrong way around just to try to makeshift set up here so you can see it on the webcam. Okay, so this is 4, and you can see you only got to move a little bit and it goes into the warble. If I turn the beat speed down, so that's by holding down push button 1, the left hand push button. Okay, by holding it down, it cycles through the beep speeds. It always starts at 1, and 8 is the maximum. So I'm at 4 now because that's the default, and that's like a txi. So if I now go to level 1, okay, so I haven't changed the response control. It's still, as soon as I tap it, it goes off. So that's the response to your little knock, or when a fish moves in the swim. But now I'm getting, and hopefully you can hear that. You might not be able to see it so well, but you can hear that I'm getting far less beep. So it's not going into that warble instantly. So straight away I can tell the difference between a knock and a run. Okay, so that's not quite right for this interesting setup that I've got here. Back to front rod. So if I just turn the beat speed up slightly, so if I put it up to level 2, okay, so again I haven't changed the response, but if you can hear, it's just hitting the warble as I'm giving it a bit of extra movement. So it's not going crazy when I get a knock, but it's going into the warble when I get a bit more action. So when it's time to strike. So the idea of the beep speed was to allow the alarm to be set so that it hits the warble when it's go time and doesn't. That's what you're trying to aim for. That's how we envisage it being used. Okay, how you want to use it is obviously entirely up to you, but we feel that the best way is that you set it for your setup so that when it hits that warble, it's going to go. You don't want it to go into the warble straight away, because then you don't know whether you've had a little knock or a line. So now if I tap the lead that's on the bench here, you can see, but then if I get a run, it's just going into the warble. And if I go up high, if I go back to level 4, you'll see the difference, just so that it reinforces that. So you can see how quicker that goes into the warble. And we've got, 8 speed. So if I go to level 8, you'll see the big difference on that. Okay, if you hold the button down, it will max out and it will just keep going at 8. So this is level 8. I've hardly got to do anything for it to go into that warble. Now, don't be confused about going into the warble being more sensitive or more responsive. It's not. You're just getting more beeps for that little tiny bit of movement. So just it going crazy straight away doesn't mean that it's picking up any more movement from the line. Okay, so it's that response level that you have to set first. So if you're not used to beep speed, or you're new to d-lok, or you're new to the product and not quite got your head around it, then start at 4. It's like a txi, it's like a basic alarm, and then you can start to play with it. But the good thing is, and we know this from people that have been using it and really do like that beep speed, is that once you've found your magic number, you're not going to change it. So it's one of them things that you're just going to set, and because you're going to fish the same most of the time, and you're same setup, similar distances and everything like that. So once you found your magic number, then that's going to be the one you use all the time. It remembers your settings, so you don't have to keep resetting it. So you just leave it there. Okay. Hopefully that gives you a bit of a help on that. Of course, again, it works the other way. So if I turn the I had that on level 8, didn't I? If I turn the response down to really levels, say with braid, that's why we've got level 8 in there, is because you can then get more beeps, so you can still get that feel that you want when you get that warble with a run, or you're fishing in really choppy water and the waves are flapping up and down. You've got the response turned down, so it's not really going off very much, but you can increase the beeps. So say it's pulling off the bait runner, you can get to that warble rather than just a couple of single beeps. Okay, so hopefully that answers some of that. Hello, if you're just joining us, going to go through a few more questions now. Just a little thing on beep speed. What else we got? Have you anything in the pipeline? Back rod rests? No, we'll let experts do that. We stick to bite alarms. I don't know. How can we escape from false alarm? Not sure what that means. Bogdan, need a bit more information. Let's scroll down. There's lots of questions here. Might not have run out of time. How would you recommend? Is it okay to leave batteries inside the alarms not being used? Tom Beresford, no, definitely. If you're putting away stuff, well, probably now. If you're putting stuff away for an extended period of time, then I'll tell you what, I'll put that rod out of the way, and it won't take my eye out. Then yeah, take batteries off, because they might leak and then corrode on your, you know, on your battery connector, and then you wouldn't want to come back to them and then not be working correctly. So a bit of a waste of time. So yeah, best practice, best alarms. Plenty of suggestions of new txi-d is quite confusing. But other than that, plenty of settings on the new txi-d is quite confusing. Okay, Alex Moss, or sorry, Moses, download the app. It's simple. Out the box, they're all set for you to go. Yes, there are settings. There are settings, but out the box, you can just use them. They're the same as your txis. So you know how to use your txis. You can just change the response. I was just showing that there. Just change the response, and away you go. There's no need to fiddle around with it. You don't need to change it. The LEDs are set. You can personalise. It's like a TV. TV has hundreds of settings: dynamic, sound, and vision, and whatever else, tone and contrast. You can set. You just turn it on, tune it in, and watch a movie or a TV program exactly the same. So, yeah, you know, you can personalise it all you like, or not. But if you look at the quick guides, it's really simple. Once you get used to it, you know, once you set your beep speed, it stays the same. Once you set your LED brightnesses that you want, if you want them different from out the box, once you set your tone once, you're not going to change it again. So all those things are there for you. Can I still get LEDs changed on the txis? Andrew Wells, we've never done LED changes. We never do modifications. The alarms are as they are. The LEDs are the fixed colours, so you can't change them from one colour to another. Sorry. Chris Swart, last time for me, I entered the warranty twice and received no emails. Okay, check your spam. I'll go back in after this and see where you are and try and make contact with you separately. Okay. Why didn't have the LED colours changeable? Okay, here we go. Kevin Chalice. Okay, good question. Twofold. Okay. One, the world doesn't make a good quality 3mm LED. That's the one thing that they don't do. And also, because of our night marking, our unique patented night marking that we have, RGBs don't work with it, because when you start turning the light level down, all the colours separate, so you wouldn't be able to have the nice clarity of colour that we have with the clear LEDs with the night marking. So we felt that night marking was far better, a useful thing than just being able to change your LED colour every 5 minutes. We've done single LED colours for 26 years and it's been alright up to now. So yeah, if we could have a changeable one, we would, because it makes life a lot simpler. But there are technical reasons why we don't have it. So it makes a better product by not having it. But you can't change your LED every 5 minutes. So swings and roundabouts, I suppose, for you. But hope that answers your question, Kevin. Where we go. So I'm scrolling down. Lots of questions. I've got about 48. I might have to skip a few. Hi, this is Leon Holloway. Hi there. On the new EVs, is it just literally response and volume? Yes. You get mute and you can turn the LED day and night brightness. That's it. So it's fixed. So you've got no beep speed or anything like that. You know, basic functionality. There's no radio. it's a basic function alarm. You can just have the response, okay? But on the new EVD, it has a full response level, the same as the txi-d. So it's not got just the lower level like on our old product. So you've got a full range. So you've got a little bit more response than you had on the old one. Okay, what we got? Hello, Rob. Richard Garner. Hello, how are you? If you're joining us, hello. Just having a little chat through, really. People asking some questions. So a lot of people asking questions. So they're obviously sitting at home, same as we all are, with things to talk about. Just a reminder again, if you haven't downloaded the app, guys, the app, download the app. £780 worth of stuff could be yours just by downloading the app, and it's really useful. Everybody that's had it finds it really useful. It's quick guides, easy information, videos, instructions. It's all on the app. You can send stuff back to us. You can get spares when we're fully functional again. Everything's on there. So that's our app. It's got quick guides. It's got videos that you can just get. Oh, let's scroll that up. So you can just bite size. It's got stuff on the EVD. It's got all sorts on there. Okay, and we'll be adding to it and improving it over time. So download it. Okay, and then you've got a chance of winning a massive prize as well. But also, it's just going to help you. That's all we're here for. We're just trying to help you. Okay, what else we got? Are there any plans to bring coloured rubber cases and clear rubber ones? We're not going to do a clear case for the receiver. That's definitely not going to happen. But we are going to do coloured ones for the new ones, just like we did for the old ones. Okay, so there's no way of doing a clear case that allows you to use the receiver. So it makes no sense. There's buttons to press. There's LEDs to look at. There's volume to hear and adjust. If you put a cover over the top, you can't use it. So that's the reason why we're not doing a clear case. The receipt for my txi receiver is not itemised, just shows the total amount. That'll do, Tom. Just a receipt, not a picture of your product. That's all we need. All right. So that's if you're doing the warranty, guys. So you see, you can fill that out on the app. So if you've bought our new products, or you can get extended warranty for a year, so you'll get 3 years. Don't miss out on that. So if you've got the txi-d, RXD or EVD, make sure you fill out the warranty form on the app or on our website, and you will get an extra year's warranty for free just by filling that out. And make sure you give us a proof of purchase, which is a receipt, not a picture of your nice new alarms sitting pretty on your rod pods. Alright, thank you. If you just joined us, hello. There's people coming and going. What's this? Matt Curtis. I need the rubber bands for my line clips and 2 metal snuds. All available from our spares for free normally. Okay. Unfortunately, that service is suspended until further notice, but they will be there. Okay. So you can order them in the future when life gets back to normal, which it will. Yeah, my hair looks terrible at the moment. No hairdressers. Sorry about that, Gareth. It is struggling. Tom Beresford, are you automatically entered into the comp when you're downloading the app? No, you have to register. So you have to put your details in and answer the questions, and then you're in. Okay, you're in. So that's it on that one. Okay, so just one more thing. We're coming towards the end of time. I don't think you need me to be chatting away much anymore, but I will give you another little tip. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, everybody who buys a visual indication system, and I'll just pull these out, will get either one of these, there we go, or one of these. Let's do that right. Can you see? Yeah, one of these or one of these in the pack. Okay, those are for your txi-ds or EVDs. Okay, so if you've got a visual aid indication system, so if you have a slim light or a night light indication set, you'll get one of these. If you have a ES indication set or a duocarb, you'll get one of these. Okay, and they just push in the holes. If you can see here, they push in the holes in the front. Okay, there you go, you can see the holes there. Okay, so they just go in the front there, and you just push it down on the bench and it goes in there. Okay, I chose the wrong one there because I haven't got a dual carb to hand. I've got limited bits and pieces. So let me put the other one in, push it in. Okay, and then you just clip that on the front of there like that. Okay, don't use the big plastic base that comes with it because that's for the old alarms. Get a load of people going, I've got an indication set and it doesn't fit because they're trying to put the little base at the bottom. Okay, that's what you need. Pins in the front there, you clip it on and away you go. Okay, any more for any more? Hi mate, the Delkim acts like battery's dead, but when I take the snag ears back it works normal. Tony Cox. Snag ears can't have any effect on it. The only thing that can be that something's pressing and there might be a dry joint or a bad connection with your battery. Try squeezing the terminals, so that might help. Or if it thinks it's got a bad battery and it hasn't, then it's something that we can deal with when we get back. Okay, so we can deal with that. What shall I do? One more thing before we go. Just gonna do a little. What should I do? I'll show you how to fit a D-lok, just to round things up. Seem to have gone through most questions, I think. Let me just show you when you get one of these. So this is your D-lok. This is the new version. So it's a V2 version, guys. Okay, so again, V2 version for the new stuff. Original for the old stuff. We're still making all the original stuff. If you need anything for the old ones, you know, we're not discontinued those. So, you know, because our customers are still there, they've got our old alarms. You know, so the V2 versions for the new one. Okay, so it works in the same way as you remove the existing bolt, and then that's your cavity. It's in there. So you've got your little. Let's do it. So we'll show you. So I don't know if you can see. Hang on. That's your little pin, and there's your little spring that you get in a pack. So you drop your plunger pin. Drop your plunger pin in the hole. I'll try and get it at the right angle. That's it. So you drop your plunger pin in there. You've not got it the wrong way up. There you go. So you drop your plunger pin in the hole, and you can see it's coming out the bottom there, and then you put your spring on the top. Okay, there you go. So the little knack is squeeze it down with your finger. So just get it on the edge, and then you just put that in there like that. Done. Okay, so it just slides in there, and now that pin is sprung, clicks in, sits in there nicely, and then you just screw your back on. Okay, just screw your back on, and there you go. And then you tighten down the bolt on the Allen key with the Allen key onto your bank stick, and there we go, there we go, there we go. You tighten that down with the Allen key provided in the pack, and you can adjust the tension slightly. So if you screw this down, you know, within reason, a bit tighter, it makes the feel a bit looser, and if you undo it a little bit, it will make it a bit tighter to go in there. Okay, never put this bolt and this base on the D-lok without it being on a stick or your bank stick, because you'll never get it off again because you won't get enough oomph. Okay, and then that just clicks in there like that, and you just pull the two apart like that. Okay, like that. Had some people say that when they're out the bag they're a little bit tight. Obviously you don't want them to be falling off, and they do bed in a little bit, but just by maybe putting a bit of lubrication, a bit of WD-40 or a little bit of grease in there, just to give it some you know, lubrication going into there, just help it a little bit, and then you can just get it on and off, and then it will bed itself in. Okay, let's say there's a couple more questions, and I think it's me done for today. We will be doing this a bit more. I'm going to try and do some videos. I've got a lot of time on my hands. I'm going to fill some gaps, but I'll try and do some more little videos as best I can. If you need anything extra, then just let us know, and we'll try and do some videos for you. But what else we got? Let's have a look. Oh, Paul, better late than never. All right. So what we got here? So I've nearly finished up there and here. Oh, Richard Hill. Hello, Richard. How are we doing? What's this? Oh, right. Somebody's. But it's possible to change the tone, or you can opt for vibration. Don't know what they're answering to. Fill out the register part of the app once there's no mention of a competition. No, just by downloading the app, you're in it. So that's what you have to do, just by downloading the app. That's all you got to do. Download the app. If you haven't done so, download the app. I keep telling you, download the app. Okay, just by downloading the app, register, you're in the competition. Okay, that's a big competition. You go on our website, you'll see it's all there. I've lost my receipt for my txi-d and need my RxD fixing while the LED don't light up. Will it still be under warranty? Dean Marsh. We can tell the age of items by the barcodes, so that's what they help us age the product. So if you haven't got the receipt, then normally it's not a problem, but the receipt will tie anything up if there's a issue over how old something is. So sometimes people say, oh, I only bought it 18 months ago. 18 months can be anything from 2 years to 5 years. People's 18 months is quite ambiguous, shall we say. Okay, what else we got? Anybody else got any questions before I love you and leave you? Because now is the time. So we're getting near 6 o'clock. I've been rambling on for quite a while. Again, if you still drop some more questions on this post or on this feed, I will take that on board. I will try and answer, or I'll do videos, because if you don't know it, there's probably loads of other people that don't know it. So don't be scared to ask a question. Doesn't matter how silly it is. We're all sat at home. We can ask away. I'll answer stuff as much as we can. We're still going to be contacting people and doing stuff on social media, because that's about all we can do at the moment. But I think that is about it from me. A couple more comments come up. What we got here? What's the competition? Right, to leave you. The last one. The competition. It's a prize draw. So if you download our app, I must have repeated this 100 times already. If you download our amazing app, I'll leave you with this. Okay, App Store or Google Play. Okay, our amazing app. It helps you use our products. It helps you do stuff. It helps you get spares, find your stockist, do a warranty, do spares returns. Everything's on there. Okay, you'll get notifications from us as well on hints and tips and bits and pieces as things come around. So download our app. Enters you in when you register and fill out the details. Enters you into our prize draw to win over £780 worth of stuff. Okay, we all need a little bit of sunshine in our lives. We're giving you something for free, a massive prize. Okay, txi-ds, receiver, 3 blue txi-ds in a black box with nightlight indication sets, with snag ears, with d-loks, with extra weights. Okay, all can be yours just for downloading the app. Alright, I'm going to love you and leave you. You know I'm going to be back because I've got a lot of time on my hands. Maybe the garage might get sorted out a little bit more by next time. But anyway, thank you for your time. Take care, people. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll all get through this. And we'll, try and brighten each other's days where we can. Okay, good night. God bless.